So I am wanting to install some fog lights on my shop truck project, and I'm thinking these 6-inch LED lights are going to make some really nice fog lights. I like the way they're going to tuck up into the grill here, so they're not going to stand out, but they should provide plenty of light. They're also going to be run off of their own relay, which is something you should really do if you're running any kind of like aftermarket accessories. LEDs don't pull a lot of current at all, so you don't need like a real robust relay, but it's always a good idea to run accessories on their own relays and their own fuses. I'm also going to be putting a separate switch in the cab, obviously, to run these things. So let's get to work. I'll show you how I'm going to wire all that up. If you haven't checked out the video where I built this custom radiator block-off plate, I don't know why you haven't watched that one yet. So the first thing I want to do is remove the grill, just to give me easy access for installing the lights and running the wiring. I got the grill off. I got the bolt hole location marked. I'm going to drill and I'm going to install a 1/4-20 riv nut. Guys, I just picked up this Milwaukee 4-in-1 installation driver. I am digging this tool. I've been wanting one of these for a while. You see that? Quick change head. I can go to the quick 1/4-inch drive chuck, regular drill bit type of chuck. It also comes with like an offset head, and there's a 4th one. I forget what it is right now, but I'm probably gonna do a Tool Tech Tuesday video on this thing. I am really digging this thing. Yeah, it just makes it nice and convenient when you're working on projects to quickly change out or to get to some really tight locations. Yeah, I'm digging this tool. I did already verify on the back side that I'm not going to drill directly into something, but I guess I better make sure that enlarging this hole, I'm not going to hit anything that I don't want to. Oh yeah, all clear. I'm a few inches away from that newly installed windshield washer bottle. That's in the same video with that radiator block-off plate. I got my 1/4-20 riv nut here. Now I did aim the light down just a little bit. Yeah, I think that's gonna work out real nice. Oh, looks good. Got clearance all the way around it. It'll show up better on this camera. Look at that. You got clearance all the way around. There's no rubbing anywhere around there. Now I just gotta do the other side. Run some wires and a relay and a fuse and a switch. All right, so I got both lights mounted, and I got the first light, got some of the wiring run. I'll show you a diagram here in a minute, how I'm gonna wire all this up. But I wanted to test this light out before I continue with the wiring. So I have the ground coming out of the light, hooked up to the mounting bolt, and then I got a wire run to the battery. This is to the light. I'd say it works. Pretty bright too. So I'm gonna run the wires for the second one, splice the main powers together, and I'll show you on the, like I said, on the diagram I have drawn up, just how all this is gonna be wired up. When it comes to installing accessories in your vehicle, in this case, I'm installing fog lights, you wanna use a relay. And that's if you're doing, maybe electric radiator fans, fuel pumps, fog lights, anything that could possibly pull maybe a higher amount of current. You really wanna run them on their own circuit with a relay. In this case, this is a Tyco. It's a V23231-A1001-X036. This is a 12 volt, 20 or 30 amp relay. I don't know if I can focus on that. I mean, you can see I'll also leave it. I'll put a little pop-up on the bottom of the screen. But when it comes to wiring these things up, they're really, really simple. I've got a real simple wiring diagram here. On the bottom of the relay, in this case, it's a 5-pin, but only going to be using 4 of them. So there's 87, 86, 85, and 30. 87A is the center. We're not going to be using that one. So in this wiring diagram. In this case, like I said, for these fog lights, here's the diagram. So on pin 30, which in this case, it's this one right here, this is going to connect directly to your battery, 12 volts. What that's going to do is the 12 volts going to come in, and then when it gets switched, in this case on pin 86, right there, that's going to be a 12 volt switched source. When the ignition turns on, it's going to provide 12 volts there, and all that 12 volts is going to do is trigger this relay. So it's not really going to pull a whole lot of current. The current draw comes from pin 30, where it's coming in from the battery, and going out pin 87, which is this top one here. And in this case, it's going out to 12 volt fog lights. That's the main current. So you're going to put your 10 amp, in this case, I'm using a 10 amp fuse because I'm running LED fog lights. If you were running some more conventional halogens or HID type fog lights, you'd obviously want that fuse to be larger, more like a 30 amp, like the relay is. But that's your main path. This 12 volt switch is just triggering a switch. And then pin 85, which is this one here, goes to ground. Ground. So really simple to wire up. Like I said, this switched power isn't really pulling any current. All the current is going off the battery. That's why, like the fog lights, you want them hooked directly to a main battery source, not a switch source, nothing that's on maybe a fuse panel in the vehicle. This is going to be its own dedicated fuse, and the relay itself also kind of acts as a fuse. So if this one doesn't pop, and that's why I'm only running a 10 amp, because I'm running LED lights, and that one will pop long before the relay will. So real simple install. Like I said, in this case, I'm running 2 fog lights. They'll get tied together on one wire. Since they're LED, they don't need to be on separate wires. If it was going to be 2 fog lights, then you would obviously probably want to run those on their own dedicated wire just because of the current draw. If they're, like I said, halogens or HIDs or something like that. But I'm running LEDs, so the current draw is minimal anyway. But these relays are super simple to install, and they protect the electrical system of your vehicle. So always use a relay. Like I said, for any accessories, fog lights, fuel pumps, radiator fans, things like that, run a relay. Don't risk damaging the electrical system in your vehicle. All right, so here's where I'm at. I've got both power wires connected here. It runs up. All this is going to get cleaned up with some wire loom. I got some little screw-in clamps that are going to get it all tied in and cleaned up. I'm just waiting on the loom to get here. Runs up. It runs into the main bundle and comes back here to the relay. Now I've got, this is the power out to the lights. I've got power in from the switch source, and I've got on the back side is the power in from the battery. Now, what I have is I have these junction blocks. I got these off of a couple of Chevy pickups in the pickup part. This one is constant hot, and this one right here is switched hot. And it just makes it easy to add circuits later. But I've got my relay here with the fog lights, and now what I've got, I think a magnet on the camera arm mount thingy. Anyway, all right, so I've got everything hooked up except for the switch. Now the switch I'm going to run like I do for my fuel pump and for my starter relay, which I've got a switch panel here that I made. I 3D printed this, and I got a switch here for my fuel pump, one for my starter relay, so I can disengage those. But all it is, especially for the fuel pump, this switch is tied to the ground lug or the ground terminal on the relay. So I don't know if you'll be able to hear this. Fuel pump's running. I can turn that off and turn off my fuel pump. So I'm going to add a switch here for the same. It's going to do the same thing. It's just going to be the ground terminal on the relay for the fog lights, and then my switch will be right there for the fog lights. But with everything hooked up, with the ignition on now, I've got a wire here connected to the ground terminal of the relay. So now I can take this alligator clip. I can come over here to the negative terminal on the battery. And my lights turn on. You hear the relay clicking. There we go. I got one, and I got two. So yeah, now I just got to run a ground wire from that lug through the firewall and pop one of those blank off plates out of that panel and put a switch, which I have right here. These are just some rocker switches. And that'll go in place. And then I'll have switched fog lights, and they'll be completely independent of the headlights. So if the like in some cars, when you have your headlights on, your fog lights, and then you kick your high beams on, your fog lights turn off. This is going to be completely independent. I'll be able to run my fog lights without headlights if I want to. So I didn't want to have it triggered off the headlights. I could have run the signal wire like for the regular headlight. I could have run that to the relay, and that could have been the trigger. But then when you turn your high beams on, it would lose that trigger and it would turn off your fog lights. I didn't want that. I want it completely independent, completely manual. So yeah, I just got to run that ground wire and hook that switch up. Everything is wired up. So I got to do a little bit of cleaning up on the wiring. It's not quite how I want it. There's still a bit of a mess back there I got to clean up. But I've got, and it is stupid hot here. Ooh, all right. So right now I've got, let's see. So truck is off, fog light switch is off. So truck's on. See, the fog light switch is off. Look out there. Switch is on. Fog lights come on. Off, on, off. Yeah, and they look pretty good. I guess, oh wait. Maybe I should come out front. Oh, okay, yep. I thought it was just weird angle. But yeah, those things are bright. Ooh. And once you're up here too, I mean, once the grill is back on, they're tucked in nice and low. Apparently my grill isn't as straight as I thought it was. But yeah, who's there? Like I'm still waiting on the wire loom to clean all this up in here and get it all screwed into place. I should be here sometime this evening, so I'll do all that tomorrow. But yeah, fog lights are done. Appreciate you guys for watching. Hit that subscribe, hit the bell. See you on the next one.